Hey guys, Victoria Paxton here. Thanks for stopping back by my YouTube channel. Okay, so today we're going to talk about a dream that I'm continuing to have. Hey guys, okay, happy Thursday night. Let me start off by saying like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. It's free. Okay, so I have been having April 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st. I've been having this repetitive dream. I'm still occasionally having the dream about the Carolyn Wills or Wells that I did a video on quite a while ago. I still have not figured all that out yet. This one, I'm hoping and praying that I'm either given more information to where I can figure it out, or maybe somebody out there watches this and it sounds familiar and they can let me know, because I got to figure this out, y'all. It's killing me. Okay, so you know how I do. I take notes. I have to, because there's no way I would remember every single detail. Okay, so in my dream, I'm all of a sudden, I'm standing in like this town with houses around me. I mean, it looks a lot like Virginia. It looks a lot like Maryland. It looks a lot like Pennsylvania. I mean, it's just a residential town, okay? But I'm seeing the houses, you know, and they're spaced. They're not that far apart, but they're older homes. It's not like they were built, 10 years ago. So they're probably 30 years old. They could even be older than that. They look like split level homes, like where you walk in and you either go up the stairs to the upstairs or down the stairs to the downstairs. They all have a garage. Some of their front yards are fenced, some aren't. Some of their backyards are fenced, some aren't. Okay, so I'm standing on this road and I see all these houses like down this street and then behind me and right here. And then you go up here and there's another street that goes up this way. So then let me make sure I'm not, I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, so then all of a sudden, it's like I zone in on this specific house, okay? And so I could see like a partial house number. Okay, so you know how in residential areas, a lot of times at the curb, they'll paint your house number there so that if fire and rescue need to find your house, it's easier to see if it's painted down there as opposed to by the front door. So I can see what looks like 87 something 3. I don't know what that third number is. I have tried and tried and tried. Every time I've dreamt this, I've tried to see that number. I can't see it. Okay, and to the right, so I'm zoomed in on this particular house, the 87 something 3. To the right of this house, okay, there's a house. It has a front fenced-in yard, and it has a back fenced-in yard. Okay, whereas the house I'm zoomed in on, the front yard's not fenced. Okay, their backyard's fenced with this like some kind of like wooden looking fence, like a short fence, not like a 6 foot high, but like a short fence. Okay, so the neighbors to the right of them have their backyard fenced in, but their fence is like a chain link fence that goes around the back, right? There's 2 dogs. There's what looks like a husky or an Akita maybe, and a German Shepherd. And he's pure German Shepherd. He's a big dog, you can tell. And I keep getting the name Sarge for some reason. So I'm thinking maybe one of the dogs' name is Sarge. Okay. So the house, the 87 something 3, all of a sudden I zoom in. So at the end of the house on the upstairs, there's a window, right? And then there's a window here. But anyway, this window. So I'm assuming, of course, that's a bedroom, right? So I zoom in and I see this little girl, blonde hair. Maybe she's 6 or 7 years old. She's hugging a teddy bear, and she's like hugging the teddy bear and rocking back and forth on her bed like this, okay? She's rocking back and forth. And she keeps saying this over and over again. She's like, I just can't cry this time. I can't cry this time because then it'll hurt me more. I can't cry this time. If I don't cry, it'll be over faster. I can't cry because it'll hurt me more. It'll hurt me more. And then she starts like tears rolling down her face, right? So she's obviously being abused, right? Okay. Let me look at my notes, you guys, because this is a really hard dream to have, okay? This is like really getting to me. That's another reason why I wanted to do a video. I wanted to get it down. Sorry, you guys, my hair is like... Oh, I think I just made it worse. Anyway, I'm a mess. I wanted to get it down into a video and get it out there in the hopes that somebody, maybe this will sound familiar to somebody. I know a lot of y'all are into like true crime and stuff, and I know a lot of you guys watch a lot of videos and research, and I'm hoping that this maybe clicks with somebody. Okay. Okay. Okay, so this is, so then I'm like zoomed back out away from the house, right? And it's like several hours later. So somehow that time just disappeared, okay? And I can tell it's 7 hours later because of, you know, it's starting to get dark outside, okay? So I'm standing out in front of this house and I see a man walk out the front door, okay? He has a suit on, he has a white dress shirt, and he has a red tie with black stripes on it. He's probably... It's so hard to tell from like a distance, but he's probably 6 foot tall. He's very like built. So he's got like, you can tell he has like muscles in his upper arms. Like he's really built. Brown, light colored brown hair, real short. Okay. No facial hair. Okay. So he walks out, he walks downstairs, and then he must have hit like a button or something on the side of the garage, and the garage door comes open, and then he goes into the garage, he gets into a car, and he backs out. When he backs out, let me tell you what I think is, I wrote down what I saw as far as, okay, so it was a four-door silver gray colored car, and it's either like an Acura or a Lexus. It's like a nicer high-end vehicle. He backs out. He must hit a garage door closer. It closes, and he takes off up the street. Okay, so then I zoom back in, right, to this little girl's window, and now she's sitting on her bed and she's coloring. I'm not seeing anybody else in the house, so I don't know if this is his child or I don't know. Okay, so then all of a sudden it's like, it must be like the next day or 10 days later, I don't know. And I'm sitting in this like, I guess coffee shop type place, okay? And I'm looking at like what they have, like their menus. They have donuts, croissants, coffee, tea, and in their little glass display, they had all different kinds of, you know, donuts and cakes and muffins and stuff like that. So I'm sitting there and I guess I'm drinking, it's like a chai tea, and I'm eating a glazed donut with chocolate frosting, which that's my favorite. I can't see the name of this restaurant. I can't even actually see like at the front door to try to figure out like what the address is. But all of a sudden I'm like mid eating, and then I'm like, oh, I gotta get up. I get up, I walk to the door, I walk out, I walk to the right. Okay. And I'm walking down this neighborhood, and there's like little shops and stores. Like I see a dry cleaner. So I see a dry cleaner, and I guess that dry cleaner does like alterations and shoe repair. I see a gas station. It looks like a Shell gas station on the left. And then like a lot of like little mom and pop type stores. Oh, sports collectible shop I see on the right. So I keep walking, and I'm out. Okay, sorry. So I keep walking, and I feel like I'm walking for like maybe a mile and a half. Okay. Okay, so I'm walking. It's just green grass everywhere. And then the shops are all gone, okay? And then it's like just green grass, like open land, like a big open area. Yeah, it's like really lush. It's like a park on the right-hand side. It's like a park, and I think it extends over to the left-hand side, but there's like a small little drive-through, like a small street that goes through the middle of it. So I keep walking, like I'm being drawn and being told like where to go, okay? So I keep walking, okay? It's still a park on both sides. There's not a lot of people out though, which is kind of weird. Then I see to my right, up ahead, off to the right, I see like trees, like woods, right? I'm being told to go into the woods. So I go into the woods, and as soon as I step into the woods, it's like majorly thick underbrush, okay? So there's like stuff everywhere. Now, off to my right, there's like a path that's kind of worn down, like somebody's been walking through there, okay? So I keep walking, and when I'm walking, I'm parallel to this little path that somebody has made. So I'm walking, cutting through underbrush. There's stuff everywhere. And then in the distance up ahead, I see like a mound of dirt. And on top of the mound of dirt, from where I'm at, I can tell that there's like stones or rocks on top of it. I finally get up there, you know, underbrush, everything's thick. Well, this little like walkway to my right that I'm seeing, guess what? It like stops right there because I'm looking all around and it doesn't start up anywhere else. So the person made this little walkway to go there, okay? And immediately I know this little girl's buried there. I don't know how I know, but I know. Yeah. Okay, so then all of a sudden, like, I'm not in the woods anymore. I'm out front of that house again, okay? And there's probably 10 to 15 police cars. I mean, there's police cars everywhere. There's police walking through the yard of that house. There's police walking around the back. There's people coming in and out the door. And then I'm being shown like, so above the garage, all right? So above the garage on this side, I'm seeing this big window and I'm looking through that window. And that's like a living room, I guess. Okay, and that guy is sitting there and there's a woman next to him like consoling him and comforting him. So I don't know why, but I can tell that he killed her. Yeah, I think he reported her missing, but he killed her. So I don't know if this is his biological child, his adopted child, his niece, his little sister. I don't know. I mean, I would imagine the guy was probably mid-30s at least, right? He's not, you know, it's not like he's young, real young. Not that mid-30s is old, for crying out loud. I wish I were in my mid-30s again. But yeah, so I see him being consoled. But yeah, I can see the cops are walking all through the house. So yeah, so this is really like, this is a really hard dream for me to have. I don't know if I described the little girl, but she was, you know, real tiny, petite, 6, 7 years old. She has blonde, but it's almost like, it's hard to tell if it's blonde hair or light brown hair. And it's like wavy. It's not curly, it's wavy. I don't know how else to explain her. I mean, she's blue eyes, 6 or 7 probably. I don't hear a name. I'm not getting a name for the guy. I'm not getting a name for this girl, unless the guy's name is Sarge. I was thinking that name was one of the dogs, but then later I'm like, then why didn't I get both the dogs' names? Because there were 2 dogs in the yard next door, you know? So I don't know, maybe his name's Sarge. But please, 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 if anybody, I know it's a long shot. I know it's a really long shot. But if this makes sense or sounds like anything to anybody, if you could just like shoot me an email or something, victoriapaxton.psychic@gmail.com. I would really appreciate it. I need to I need to stop having this dream, and I don't think I'm going to stop having it until I figure this out. Yeah, we need to find this little girl. This SOB needs to be locked up. You know, I mean, he's still running around as far as I know. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Yeah. But I just wanted to get this out there. It's probably a long shot. My hope is either it sounds familiar to somebody's heard of the case, or I don't know, maybe I'll end up getting the rest of the information to where it can be solved and they can find this little girl, you know. If he's her dad, I'm sure there's other people that care about her, because there was some lady consoling the man. But I didn't get the feeling like he was married. You know what I mean? So maybe it was his girlfriend, his sister. I don't know. It definitely wasn't his mom. She was too young. She was more around his age, like mid-30ish or something. Be nice, be kind, stay safe, stay healthy. Yeah, I went downtown today. There weren't any protesters. I was surprised. Yeah. So that about does it for me. Bye, guys.